It's high time we accepted responsibility that we, the United Kingdom, produced Jihadi John. We, the United Kingdom, produced his other acolytes who are around him in the so-called Jihadi Beatles. That something in our cities, something in our towns, something in the atmosphere within our communities in this country has produced the most infamous terrorists, at least in my lifetime. And I'm 40 years old. And we need to start asking that question. What is it about our culture, in our cities, in our towns, that is producing these sorts of monsters? And it's not, before you, and of course you can suggest this, but it's not a lack of education or poverty. Maajid Nawaz, the leader of this cell, who is since deceased, taken out by drone strike, he came here as an asylum seeker with his family, was schooled here, and then went to university and got a university education. The council was paying for his family home. And yet, despite that, turned into the infamous Jihadi John, the leader of this cell, where the two of them now have been captured alive. So we really need to face up to facts here and accept that this is a phenomenon that's been bred within our cities. And that means taking responsibility. And so I actually think the US are correct here, because we can't have our cake and eat it too. On the one hand, we've been long-term critics of Guantanamo Bay and the arbitrary detention and the indefinite internment that Guantanamo Bay represents. And we produced theatre productions and TV adaptations of the injustices of arbitrary internment and indefinite detention. And yet here we are now, trying to shed all responsibility for these fanatics and palm them off onto the Americans when it suits us. Well, actually, no, we have to take responsibility. They were raised here. They were radicalised in Britain. They weren't radicalised at the age of 2 when some of them migrated here with their families. They were radicalised as teenagers in our streets in West London. Pretty much in the same area of West London. I know the area well. And so that's the responsibility we have to accept. And so when the Catherine Wilbarger, the US Principal Deputy Assistant Defense Secretary, said, we're working with the coalition on foreign fighter detainees and generally expect these to return to their country of origin for disposition, defense ministers have the obligation to really explain to their other ministers or their other cabinet officials just the importance to the mission to make sure that there's an answer to this problem. I agree with the Americans when they say that the responsibility rests with us. They should be tried and convicted under our terrorism legislation.
We will make America great again.